Lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Lamaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. Cool FM. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 4.
Good afternoon and welcome to koolNews at 4. Today is October 30, 2024. Today is October 30, 2024, and here are the headlines. The Commission on Elections, or COMELEC, will ask the Tarlac Regional Trial Court to transfer the case of dismissed Bomba Mayor Alice Go to a Metro Manila court. COMELEC Chairman George Erwin Garcia said the full body will file early next week a motion before the Tarlac court to transfer the venue of the case. The reasons we cite is the security concern of our lawyers who will be attending the hearings, including the witnesses who will be testifying during the hearings, Garcia said at a press conference on Wednesday. On Tuesday, COMELEC filed charges against Guo over alleged material misrepresentation after it was established that her fingerprints in the voting records and the fingerprints of a Chinese woman named Guo Huaping in the National Bureau of Investigation matched. Only Filipino citizens are allowed to run for public office. The filing of charges pushed through as COMELEC did not receive a motion for reconsideration on its resolution to file information against Guo for violation of Section 74 in relation to Section 262 of the Omnibus Election Code. Guo has been detained in Pasay City Jail after her arrest in Indonesia early last month. And now, as we get into the weather update, since the tropical storm Leon has been intensified into the super typhoon, so we will get into the weather update right now. Tropical cyclone with signal number 4 was raised over Batanes Wednesday afternoon as Super Typhoon Leon swirled closer to the province. In its 2 p.m. bulletin, the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration forecast said Leon's eye was last located some 310 kilometers east of Cagayan. Leon is packing maximum sustained winds of 185 kilometers per hour near the center and gusts of up to 230 kilometers per hour while moving northwest at 50 kilometers per hour. Leon will be closest to Batanes from late evening today to tomorrow morning. A landfall in Batanes is also not ruled out, said Pacasa. This super typhoon will be near or at peak intensity during its closest point of approach to Batanes. The landfall of Leon over Taiwan will result in a continuous weakening trend for the rest of the forecast period, it added. Lower wind signals due to the super typhoon have also been raised in other parts of the zone. So here are the following locations. For signal number 3 is eastern portion of Babuyan Islands, northeastern portion of mainland Cagayan. For signal number 2 is rest of Babuyan Islands, rest of mainland Cagayan, northern and eastern portions of Isabela, Apayao, Kalinga, northern and eastern portions of Abra, eastern portion of Mountain Province, Ilos Norte. And for signal number 1, rest of Isabela, Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, rest of Mountain Province, Ifugao, Banguet, the rest of Abra, Ilocos, La Union, Pangasinan, Nueva Ecija, Aurora, northeastern portion of Tarlac, northern portion of Bulacan, northern portion of Quezon, Camallas Norte, northern portion of Camallas Sur, and northern and eastern portions of Catanduanes. Pagkasa said, excuse me. Pagkasa said, Leon is forecast to move northwest over the Philippine Sea until it makes landfall along the eastern coast of Taiwan on Thursday afternoon. After crossing Taiwan, Leon is expected to turn north-northwest to northeast over the Taiwan Strait towards the East China Sea and exit the Philippine area of responsibility on Thursday evening or Friday early morning. And that's the weather update of Super Typhoon Leon. The Police Regional Office for A will deploy 6,557 policemen across the Calabarzon region to maintain peace and order during the annual observance of this year's All Saints Day and Also Day, or UNDAS. PRO-4A is ramping up public safety services to assist the public and ensure overall security, recognizing that the event could be exploited by various threat groups, terrorists, and other criminal elements, the PRO-4A Public Information Office said in a press release on Wednesday, October 30. The law enforcers will be dispatched to places of convergence, cemeteries, transportation hubs, terminals, seaports, and busy thoroughfares to serve as security forces from October 31 to November 3. The police will be supported by 650 personnel from the military, the Bureau of Fire Protection, the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, and 5,675 civilians or force multipliers, the PIO said. Brigadier General Paul Kenneth Lucas, PRO-4A Commander, ordered all policemen in the region to enhance security operations and implement a comprehensive public safety plan for a secure, safe, and orderly observance of the traditional event. Lucas emphasized the importance of providing protection and assistance to motorists and commuters traveling to the province for Undas. He said police force will also be deployed along the Aguinaldo Highway in Cavite, the Soy Luzon Expressway in Laguna, the Southern Tagalog Access Road in Batangas, and other national highways in Rizal and Quezon, which are expected to experience heavy traffic due to the volume of vehicles during the Undas exodus. Lucas reminded motorists and travelers that early preparation and extra caution are the keys to a safe and smooth trip. To ensure everyone's safety and order, the police will patrol and monitor 24 hours a day with the assistance of our local government, force multipliers, and other counterparts, Lucas said. At Mount Samson has been volunteering to give free e-trikes ride to visitors of Manila North Cemetery every observance of All Souls Day and All Saints Day since 2017. While roaming the expensive grounds of the cemetery to help visitors locate their loved ones' tombs, Samson told Inquirer.net on Wednesday that he chooses to volunteer because this happens just once a year. I am happy because we get to help people. That's okay. We are serving the PWDs and those who are walking here, Samson said. Samson shared that the city of Manila has been offering free e-trikes rides for years now, adding that he does not earn any income from providing his e-trikes service at the cemetery. It seldom happens. That's why we are extending our service, he added. The 54-year-old e-trike driver said they can go on duty only once from October 30 to November 3, and they have a shifting schedule so the rest can return to their normal operations. Samsung also pointed out that the free rides are only limited to the premises of the cemetery. They are not allowed to transport visitors to other areas. Meanwhile, Robin Binao, who has been an e-trike driver for 8 months, was offering free ride service in the cemetery for the first time. This is a huge help for those who are visiting their loved ones. They can go wherever they want to go, Binao told Inquirer.net. Binao shared that no one urged him to volunteer to offer free e-trike rides, noting that volunteering was an experience for him. It's important to take passengers safely to their destination. There should be no inconvenience. I just want to do my job well here, Binao added. Mayor Honey Laguna earlier held an inspection at the cemetery and said it was ready to accommodate around 1.5 million visitors from Wednesday to Sunday. The cemetery will be open from October 30 to November 3 from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. And former Vice President Leni Robredo called out Naga City's irresponsible data on her foundation's relief efforts for individuals affected by severe tropical storm Christine. In a Facebook post on Tuesday night, Robredo questioned the claim of Naga City government in its October 28th summary report, posted on the same social media site that her Angat Buhay Foundation only donated 200 food packs. The local government summary report has been taken down since. Robredo already filed her certificate of candidacy to formalize her bid for the city's majority post, running against incumbent Mayor Nelson Legasio. I need to call the attention of the city government for this irresponsible post, Robredo said. This does not reflect correct. Okay, we apologize for some technical difficulties that just happened. I have no idea what just happened during the news. So let's continue here. We have been doing really operations since day one, and to claim that we only released 200 packs in Naga will make a mockery of the sacrifices of everyone who has been helping us, she added. Angat Buhay said it already provided relief goods, hygiene kits, and hot meals to 102,420 individuals as of Tuesday evening. They also raised over 31 million pesos through the Kaya Natin movement, while receiving 29.7 million pesos worth of in-kind donations. Bicol region bore the burn of Christine, flooding crops and villages, tearing of roofs, uprooting trees, and toppling of electoral posts there. A total of 46 individuals were reported dead in the Bicol region due to Christine, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council said on Wednesday. It is now 4:11 in the afternoon, and we will get back into more news headlines right here on koolNews at 4. Stick around, we will be right back.
Mas matindi na ang init at ulan ngayon, kaya dapat Elastosil na with Solastomer 3X formula. UV resistant, puno na flexible premium polymers. Matibay, 3 times sa tumatagal.
Versus competing brand.
Tag-init o tag-ulan, Elastosil mo yan. Pioneer, do it right.
Hirap magpahinga? May mga gamot para dyan. Pero, relax. Mag-Efficacent Oil. Sa unang amoy at hagod, ramdam ang ginhawa na trusted by all. Unahin ang trusted ginhawa. Unahin ang Efficacent.
Methyl salicylate plus menthol plus camphor is a generic name of Efficacent oil. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Basta para sa anak ko, ito todo buhos ang nutrisyon.
Dahil ngayon, ang Birch Tree Fortified may tripleng tulong sa kalusugan niya. Helps with immunity, bone health, at brain function. With a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle for those aged 3 and above.
Yan ang Lakas Depensa Plus Support Nutrients.
Araw-gabi tayong dalawa.
With Birch Tree Fortified.
Support nutrients refer to vitamins A and C for immunity, calcium and phosphorus for bone health, and zinc for brain function.
Mamadaming time sa lahat ng gusto nyo. Mamadaming time, Champion Detergent ang gamit ko. Champion na!
Sa Champion Quick Wash Technology, less time sa lavada, more time sa pamilya.
Ohio! Don't you love it when good mornings start like this? Then like this. And then, wait for it.
A morning cup of soup?
Yes, soup. Try new Ajinomoto Soup and Go and make it your new morning habit.
Comes in creamy corn, creamy potato, or creamy pumpkin.
Great with bread too. Ohio Soup and Go. Ajinomoto.
Spice ganda!
And my for Max Saver Sulit Busog Meals.
Huwag nang gumastos ng sobra-sobra pa.
99 pesos na lang, sulit busog ka na.
Ang mabusugera.
Extra rice sa ireramba. Extra busog sa Crispy Chicken Filet Meal at Crispy Chicken Filet Ala King Meal na may extra rice na. 99 pesos lang in all stores.
Max Saver Sulit Busog Meals, 99 pesos na lang. Ang mabusugera.
Pag may diarrhea, may matinding pagyanig at kasama pang sakit ng tiyan. Take new Diatabs Advance, a first in the Philippines na may pinagsamang galing ng loperamide para tapos ang diarrhea at simeticone para tapos ang sakit ng tiyan. In soft gel capsule, kaya mas mabilis kesa loperamide lang. With 2 capsules after first loose stool.
Unilab yan.
Loperamide simeticone is a generic name of Diatabs Advance. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Power up with Imugene. Maghatag og kalagsik aron perming update ka makini sa ginseng, noto ginseng ug astragalus nga napamatud-an na nga makapalig-on sa resistensya ug immunity sa lawas. Imugene, your energy and immunity booster. Mapalit sa inyong mga suking butika. Now approved therapeutically.
Ikaw ba ay pagod? Walang gana? Matamlay? Nawala ng lakas? Subukan mo na si MG Plus. Sa MG Plus, tatayo ka, babangon pa. MG Plus is good for high blood, diabetes, impotency, stress, anxiety, high cholesterol, insomnia, gallstone, kidney stone, rheuma, arthritis, problema sa pagbawas, o galuyang kalawasan. Mag-MG Plus na! MG Plus Herbal Drinks.
Ang MG Plus Herbal Drinks ay available sa mga botika at mga piling supermarket. No approved therapeutic claim.
Pag may tisi para aron mo aptik ka. Pag may tisi mo tunod ang may tisi puno sa vitamina. Pag may tisi mo barato na o pipig-ibo pa. Tungod ang may tisi alkaline vitamin C mulawas aptik pirmi dili nakakapuyon tungod sa may tisi.
Mighty C, ang alkaline ng vitamin C.
Pasko na naman! Ang saya at ang sarap ng Pasko ay tulad lang naman ng pagbabago ng kutis ko. Alagang-alaga ako ng gandang natural herbal soap. Kaya naman, ang laki ng pagbabago. Mga kati-kati at tigyawat ay wash out. Kaya ngayong Pasko, sadyang masaya ako. Maggandang natural papaya with tawas and turmeric soaps, kinu-whitening ka na rin, my dear. Available na sa mga botika, drugstores, groceries, Shopee at Lazada.
Kulang na yung pensyon ni Lolo. May dagdag pa kaya yan?
Tropa, paano ba magkaroon ng pensyon?
Yung interest sa SSS at GSIS, pwede kayang mas mababa.
10 years na akong teacher. May makukuha na kaya akong pensyon?
Para bawat tanong, may sagot. Para isulong ang kapakanan at karapatan ng mga miyembro at pensyonado ng SSS at GSIS.
Para sa mas malakas at matibay na pension system.
SSS GSIS Pensionado Party List. Bawat Pilipino dapat pensyonado.
Public Service Announcement. The National Telecommunications Commission, or NTC, informs the public that it has received reports regarding individuals pretending to be personnel or employees of the NTC. According to several reports received by the NTC Consumer Welfare and Protection Division, scammers' calls have victims and threatened them, claiming that their phone number is involved in a scam. The victim is then coerced into giving money to supposedly avoid criminal charges and have their mobile numbers removed from the added list of scammers. The NTC strongly reminds the public to be extra cautious against this type of a modus operandi. Such calls are a form of scams and are not legitimate. If you have information about this type of scam, you may report it to the NTC for immediate action through the following official channels.
Complaint link at www.ntc.gov.ph. For email, send it at contratechscam@ntc.gov.ph or at consumer@ntc.gov.ph. For calls, you may call 1682 24/7's consumer hotline or the numbers 89204464 or 89267722 and 89213251. And for Region 4A, you may call on 043-723-2495 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday. The NTC appreciates members of the public who have reported this form of deception.
Come on and celebrate, celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas, celebrate, celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas. It's the happiest month to be, perfect for all, for you and for me. Joy from season one and all. Celebrate Christmas at SM Malls. Celebrate Christmas at SM Malls.
Get supercharged with BLDT Home Fiber Unli All. Unli mobile calls. Double the speed Unli Fiber versus previous plan. And Unli Signal. Get all these for just $1399. Visit any BLDT Home booth to apply. Get supercharged with BLDT Home Fiber Unli All. Unli mobile calls. Double the speed Unli Fiber versus previous plan. And Unli Signal. Get all these for just $1399. Visit any BLDT Home booth to apply.
Welcome back. The transcript of the Senate hearing on the drug war where former President Rodrigo Duterte admitted that he kept a death squad to crack down on suspects was sent to the International Criminal Court. This was disclosed by estranged Duterte critic former Senator Antonio Trillanes IV in a tweet on Wednesday, days after the Senate Subcommittee on Blue Ribbon launched its investigation into Duterte's anti-drug campaign. The transcript of the Senate hearing where Evil Duterte confessed to extrajudicial killings was transmitted to the ICC. The pertinent House of Representatives Squad Committee transcripts were transmitted early on and all were duly received, he said in Filipino. All of these may be used in the trial later on, he added. During the Senate hearing, Duterte admitted that he kept a death squad, he tried to convince police officials to kill some individuals, and he ordered police officers to encourage suspects to fight back so they could be summarily executed. In the press conference also on Wednesday, Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, the first chief of police appointed by Duterte and the chief implementer of the drug war, was pressed to comment on Trillanes' disclosure that the Senate hearings transcript was sent to the ICC. No comment. I don't want to dignify that person. I will not comment on that. When you say Trillanes, nothing, he said in Filipino. De La Rosa also said he is not worried about the possibility that ICC proppers have begun their investigation into alleged human rights violations committed during the drug war. Alright, if you're there, go ahead. There's no need to worry about that. When you worry, you're the only loser, he said in Filipino. Earlier, Senate President Francis Escudero said the Senate has not received any formal communication from the ICC regarding the drug war fraud. The Philippine National Police has filed criminal complaints against the 6 suspects in the abduction of American citizen Elliot O'Neill Eastman in Zamboanga del Norte province last October 17. PNP spokesperson Brigadier General Juan Forjado said the Zamboanga Peninsula Police lodged kidnapping and serious illegal detention complaints against the suspects before the Provincial Prosecutor's Office in Sindangan, Zamboanga del Norte on Tuesday. They also underwent inquest proceedings. 3 of the 6 suspects are already under police custody in relation to the kidnapping of an American national, Forjado said in the press briefing on Wednesday. She explained that the 3 suspects under police custody revealed the identities of 3 others who remain at large. However, Forjado opted not to disclose the identities of the suspects so as not to compromise efforts to capture the 3 others. We are still looking for John Does who can be a possible accessory to the crime, she added. Forjado said the initial motive seemed to be kidnap for ransom, but the police are still investigating if there are other motives. Last Monday, Forjado said the police were conducting lookout operations to locate Eastman, and they have yet to find a proof of life. According to reports, 4 armed men who posed as police officers reportedly abducted Eastman from his home and shot him in the leg when he tried to resist. He was taken into a getaway boat that headed out to sea. Forjado said the PNP has reasonable grounds to believe that Eastman is just near the area since the motorized boat used to take him is not intended for long-distance travel. The Department of Social Welfare and Development said the people in need of assistance for medications may use agency-issued guarantee letters to buy their maintenance medicines from any of 171 branches of Mercury Drug nationwide starting November 4. In a statement, DSWD Undersecretary for Operations Monina Josefina Romeo said this partnership is a testament to the efforts of the DSWD to prioritize the welfare of individuals in crisis situations by ensuring a more efficient way to address their medical needs. Among the Mercury Drug branches that will accompany the DSWD issued GLs from the central office are Fairview Commonwealth, Evergodesco Commonwealth, Tangdang Sor Visayas, and Marikina JB Rizal. The DSWD issued GLs from the DSWD Field Office National Capital Region are only accepted at the Quiapo Plaza Marina branch. Clients in crisis from other regions may contact or visit any DSWD Field Office in their area of residence for the complete list of Mercury Drug stores or pharmacies accepting DSWD issued GLs. Agency clients may also check the pharmacy for the signature of DSWD guarantee letter is accepted here if the branch is accepting agency issued GLs. A guarantee letter is a document issued by the DSWD in favor of the beneficiary addressed to service providers that guarantees the payment of the service, including medicine, and on behalf of the client. The assistance to individuals in crisis situation is one of the social protection service of the DSWD that provides medical, rural transportation, food, or financial assistance to individuals who are in crisis as assessed by social workers. And government debt increased to 15.89 trillion pesos at the end of September, up by 2.2% from the previous month due to the net availment of new external and domestic debt, the Bureau of the Treasury said on Wednesday. The BTR showed that total state obligations went up by 343.11 billion pesos in September, increasing by 2.2% from the previous month. Compared with a year ago, the debt load also grew by 11.4%, or an additional 1.3 trillion pesos debt in September. Of the overall debt stock, the majority, or 68.81%, are sourced from the domestic market. Now for the rest of the Asia headlines, a Malaysian court ruled on Wednesday that jailed former Prime Minister Najib Razak will have to defend himself against charges of abuse of power and money laundering linked to the scandal-whacked 1MDB Sovereign Wealth Fund. Presiding Judge Colin Lawrence Sequeira said the prosecution had successfully established that Najib had a case to answer on four counts of abuse of power linked to alleged bribes worth 2.27 billion ringgit or $570 million, as well as on 21 counts of money laundering. After a maximum evaluation of the evidence, I find that the prosecution has proven the ingredients of the charges, said Cuevas told the court. 6 years after being first charged, Najib was in court decked out in the navy blue suit on Wednesday and appeared calm after hearing the decision. The 71-year-old told the court he would take a stand in his defense at the trial, which is slated to get underway on December 2. Each count of abuse of power is punishable by up to 20 years in jail and a fine up to 5 times the amount of the bribe. Each money laundering count can incur a maximum fine of 5 million Malaysian ringgit and imprisonment of up to 5 years or both. The hearing came just days after Najib issued an apology that the 1MDB scandal happened during his tenure, but maintained he had no knowledge of illegal transfers from the now-defunct state funds. It pains me every day to know that the 1MDB debacle happened under my watch as Minister of Finance and Prime Minister, Najib wrote in a statement read by his son, Muhammad Nisar, last Thursday. For that, I would like to apologize unreservedly to the Malaysian people. Allegations that billions of dollars were pilfered from investment vehicle 1MDB and used to buy everything from a super high jet to artworks played a major role in prompting voters to oust Najib and the long-ruling United Malays National Organization Party in 2018 elections. The 1MDB scandal sparked investigations in the United States, Switzerland, and Singapore, whose financial systems were believed to have been used to launder the money. The current case is one of 5 brought against Najib in 2018 and involves Tanore Finance Corp, which U.S. authorities have said was used to hold money from 1MDB. Najib began serving a 12-year jail term in August 2022 for offenses linked to the misuse of public money from former 1MDB unit SRC International. The sentence was later helped by Malaysia's Borders Board. His 1MDB audit tempering trial ended with an acquittal at the High Court in 2023. Najib, the UK-educated son of one of Malaysia's founding fathers, still has a pending case of criminal breach of trust involving 6.6 billion ringgit, as well as a money laundering trial involving 27 million ringgit. The U.S. Justice Department has said more than $4.5 billion was stolen from 1MDB between 2009 and 2015 by high-level officials at the fund and their associates. And that is it for koolNews at 4. As always, if you have any news suggestions or feedback that you would like to share, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And we will return with more news headlines with koolNews at 6 later. Until then, I'm Cairo. Good afternoon.